As evening descended over London, a gentle hush settled beneath Tower Bridge, where the rhythmic flow of the River Thames painted a serene backdrop to the city's fading bustle. The golden glow of street lamps danced upon the water, casting shimmering reflections that twinkled like stars fallen from the sky. Thomas, an aging fisherman, sat in his weathered boat, his calloused hands deftly casting his net into the depths, searching for both fish and the stories woven within the river's currents. With the sounds of distant laughter and rumbling trains above, Thomas found solace in his solitude, the city's life above starkly contrasting with his quiet, contemplative existence beneath the bridge. As the soft lapping of the water caressed the stones, he closed his eyes, letting the tranquil atmosphere envelop him. Each ripple carried whispers of the past, drawing Thomas deeper into reverie as he pondered the secrets that lay hidden beneath the surface of the Thames, waiting to be discovered. Thomas sat on the edge of his boat, the gentle rocking of the Thames beneath him stirring memories like the tide. He closed his eyes, and the sounds of the river faded into the warm, familiar voice of his grandfather. The old man's tales once filled his childhood with wonder, stories of mermaids whispering secrets to fishermen, of sunken treasure waiting to be found, and of a haunting melody carried by the currents, a song that rang through the ages. Each tale painted vivid images in his mind, igniting the spirit of adventure that surged through his veins. As a boy, Thomas had listened with rapt attention, believing one day he might unveil the mysteries hidden beneath the water's surface. The river was not just a body of water. It was a living history full of dreams and lost echoes. Those tales shaped his soul, instilling in him a deep connection with the river's enchanting depths. As Thomas cast his net into the dark waters, he found solace beneath Tower Bridge, a place both comforting and isolating. The echoes of laughter and life above felt distant, like whispers from another world. Each evening, while the city bustled with energy, he embraced the tranquility that enveloped him, the rhythmic lapping of the Thames against his boat a familiar lullaby. Solitude had become a companion, inviting deep reflection. The stories of those who traversed the bridge above danced in his mind, lovers passing hand in hand, families on adventures, and the countless lives woven into the fabric of London. Each evening reminded him of the laughter and sorrows intermingled throughout his own existence. Though the nights were often quiet, Thomas felt an unquenchable yearning for connection, a desire to share his tales and perhaps gather a few more. He sensed that beneath the surface of his solitude lay an untapped well of stories, yearning to be told. As Thomas sat at the edge of his weathered boat, the soothing rhythm of the Thames whispered secrets only he could hear. The echoes of laughter from his youth mingled with the crackle of bonfires above, moments he cherished, yet tinged with a tinge of melancholy. He recalled the summer evenings when he met Eleanor, her laughter like sunlight dancing on the water, brightening even the darkest corners of his heart. They shared dreams beneath the stars, promising each other adventures beyond the river. But life, intertwined with the currents of fate, had carried them in different directions, leaving him with bittersweet memories of love turned to longing. As the river swirled around his boat, Thomas pondered his grandfather's stories of lost sailors and their unfulfilled quests. He realized that, like the river, his own life had experienced bends and turns, each significant moment shaped by his choices and the tides of those who had crossed his path. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a fiery glow over the River Thames, Thomas settled into a calm rhythm, his hands gently manipulating the net. The familiar tang of salt and fresh water filled the air. This night felt different, charged with an anticipation that whispered like the wind. He cast his net into the water, the rippling surface momentarily disrupted before settling back, a quiet reminder of the concealed life beneath. Heart racing, Thomas sensed an unusual tug, a force that jolted him from his thoughts. Was it merely the currents teasing him, or something more profound lurking below? He felt an electric thrill surge through his veins. The echoes of laughter from the bridge above, the distant clanging of a train, faded into a muted symphony as he gripped the net tightly. Whatever lay beneath the surface held promises. His pulse quickened with excitement as he prepared to haul in his catch. What stories awaited him tonight? As Thomas gripped the net, the tug was unmistakable, a force pulling him toward a mystery lurking beneath the Thames. With bated breath, he heaved once more, muscles straining against the weight. The water grumbled, as if protesting the intrusion, but he forged ahead, anticipation coursing through him. Finally, emerging from the depths was not a glimmering fish, but something far more exquisite, a compass, ancient and ornate, with intricate filigree glinting in the soft lamplight. The seaweed that clung to it swayed like tendrils of forgotten dreams. Thomas cradled the compass in his calloused hands, fingers tracing the delicate engravings as a strange energy pulsed through him. Instantly, visions flooded his mind. Sailors braving storms, lost treasures shimmering beneath eons of time, and the haunting melody of lives long past swirling around him. This wasn't merely a catch, it was an invitation, a relic beckoning him to rediscover the depths of his own journey. As Thomas held the compass in his weathered hands, a warmth spread through him, igniting long-dormant memories intertwined with the river's soul. The intricate design shimmered faintly in the moonlight, depicting ancient ships sailing bravely across turbulent seas. Suddenly the air thickened with an ethereal hum, as ghostly harmonies braided themselves into the melody of the Thames. Visions danced before his eyes, fragmented glimpses of sailors lost in a swirling mist, their voices rising like whispers from the depths, recounting tales of longing and adventure. The compass resonated with each memory, weaving Thomas's experiences with those of the past, igniting a flicker of hope within him. He could almost hear promises of treasure calling his name, not in gold or jewels, but in newfound purpose. The river's murky depths were alive with stories, and as the haunting echoes faded, Thomas understood. The compass was a bridge to both his heritage and the adventures still waiting beneath the surface. As Thomas stared at the ornate compass resting in his weathered palms, the world around him began to dissolve, replaced by phantoms of the past that flickered like wisps of smoke. He was transported to a time when sailors navigated treacherous waters, their hearts filled with dreams of glory and adventure. The echoes of their laughter mingled with the crashing waves, and the air filled with tales of sunken treasures, lost loves, and promises whispered beneath the stars. Faces of weathered fishermen, ghosts of long-lost friends, and fleeting glimpses of his youthful self swirled around him. The compass pulsed with a rhythmic energy, guiding him through the tapestry of his memories, moments of triumph and despair, each contributing to the man he had become. In this ethereal communion, the river revealed its secrets, reminding Thomas that every story holds the weight of history, waiting for someone to listen and learn. The river's gentle currents wrapped around Thomas like a familiar embrace, inviting him to reflect on the significant moments of his life. As he watched the water ripple beneath the fading light, memories floated to the surface, his first catch as a boy, the laughter shared with friends during sunset fishing trips, and the melancholy of watching loved ones drift away like leaves on the tide. Each swell of the Thames mirrored his own journey, a tapestry woven with joys and sorrows, highs and lows. He could almost hear the echoes of sailors' laughter mingling with the whispers of lost dreams, their stories entwining with his own. With every turn of the compass, he recognized the beauty in these twists and turns, realizing that every ebb and flow had shaped him. The river, a reflection of his life, was not just a path but a vessel of connections, guiding him toward a deeper understanding of who he was and who he might still become. As Thomas cradled the ancient compass in his weathered hands, a sense of clarity washed over him. No longer was this relic merely a memento of the past, it became a beacon for new beginnings. The river's whispers grew louder, invigorating his spirit with possibilities he had long overlooked. He realized that beneath the familiar routine of casting his net was an invitation, an allure to explore not only the waters that flowed beneath Tower Bridge, but also the uncharted territories of his own life. With a newfound purpose, he lifted his gaze from the compass to the shimmering Thames. Memories of his youth and stories of sailors and treasures entwined with visions of what could be. Hope blossomed within him as he understood that every wave carried tales waiting to be unearthed. Determined to embrace the future, Thomas set the compass beside him, ready to navigate the journey ahead with renewed vigor and an open heart. As the moonlight bathed the Thames in silvery hues, Thomas felt an unfamiliar warmth spreading through him. The weight of the ancient compass beside him transformed from a simple relic into a beacon of hope. Not merely a tool for navigation, it symbolized the myriad of paths yet to be taken. Reflecting on the life he had led beneath the towering structure of Tower Bridge, he recognized the stories etched in his heart, stories yearning to be shared. With renewed purpose, Thomas grasped his fishing net once more, casting it into the water not just for fish, but for connection, threads that would weave him into the vibrant tapestry of life that pulsed above him. Each ripple echoed with potential, reminding him of the adventures that awaited. As he settled into his boat, a soft breeze danced across the river, whispering promises of discovery and camaraderie, urging him forward into an expansive horizon ahead. As the night deepened, Thomas felt a renewed sense of purpose coursing through him, a fire ignited by the magic of the compass. He leaned over the side of his weathered boat, the cool breeze ruffling his hair, and with steady hands he cast his net once more into the shimmering waters of the Thames. This time, he wasn't merely hoping for fish, he was fishing for stories, the unseen tales woven into the fabric of the river's current. With each cast, he envisioned the lives of the people who walked above him on Tower Bridge, their laughter and conversations threading through his mind like a melodic symphony. The sounds of their joy mingled with the soft whispers of the river, creating an enchanting harmony. As he pulled the net back, the gentle lapping of the water encouraged him, and Thomas realized he was not alone. The river was alive with stories waiting to be discovered. As dawn broke over the Thames, a soft glow danced across the water, and Thomas set his sights on the new day. With the ancient compass resting beside him, he felt an unexplainable thrill to cast his net anew. It wasn't just the fish he sought, it was the stories that whispered along the riverbank. As he worked, he noticed a young woman with a camera capturing the morning light. Their eyes met, and she smiled, her enthusiasm infectious. "You've got a prime spot," she exclaimed, eager to learn about the river's secrets. Thomas chuckled, sharing tales of his fishing exploits and the ancient stories woven into the Thames. Soon, a group of fellow fishermen approached, exchanging jovial banter that echoed through the morning mist. Each interaction became a thread in the tapestry of his life, rich with laughter, memories, and new beginnings. Thomas realized that beneath the bridge, connection flourished, enriching not only his journey, but those around him as well.